Oh, okay. I guess it has to be Corpse Razor. The other ones are so bad. Corpse Razor is... It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We'll make it work. Okay. Repulsive. Gargantuan. I don't know how well Thou Egg works without, like, as an early pick. And I'm a little afraid to find out. So we'll take a Repulsive Gargantuan. A fine pick. The Yeti. It's undead. Getting one blue is not bad. Fallen Sun Cleric is fine. These are pretty underwhelming, actually. No, except for this. It's Yamajar Deathbringer. Yes. Two greens, one blue. Best combo, right? They changed the win rates and stuff, but still. We don't have any frost spells. We only have one blue. I don't know how many frost spells we're gonna get. Still better than a foul egg. We have a Fallen Sun Cleric that can be used on the egg right now, but Legend Hearts is gonna get all neutrals. We might. That is entirely possible. Yamajar Frostbreaker has a lower win rate than Foul Egg. Foul Egg actually has a pretty damn high win rate. Contagious Yawn. Brandon, you've been catching my yawns a lot lately. Used to be better about it. We'll take a Foul Egg. We have one synergy with it already. The win rates seem fine. The Yamajar Frostbreaker is like you're really relying on getting frost spells into here, and that's about as reliant as Foul Egg is. And you don't get a lot if you get it, right? You get a 1 mana 2/2. Okay. Arms Dealer is good. I don't really have the deck for it, although I do have 2 greens. Arms Dealer is an egg activator. Oh! That's fair. Arms Dealer is an egg activator. You know what? I'll do it. I'll do it. Haunted Creeper is good and all, but we're gonna go for the combos. It's early. We've already set 2 green, 1 blue, which is a great it's a great rune set in terms of power. Not in terms of your ability to hit it these days, but can't base your whole life on an egg? Well, what if we do, Iconothorpe? What would happen? Silvermoon Sentinel? Or Infected Peasant? Infected Peasant is good. Silvermoon Sentinel should be better. If we're kind of going for this whole undead thing, though, I don't know. Infected Peasant does fit more with the undead thing, because the Death Rattle does summon an undead. I'll take a Silvermoon Sentinel. Kobold Scalebane or Impatient Shopkeep? Impatient Shopkeep is fine. Gets the job done. The tradable is useful if we find anything good. We're a little combo-y. Kobold is an activator? Kobold is an activator. You know what? Oof. Are we doing Cobalt for it to be an activator? It's kind of convincing. This whole Cobalt is an activator thing. But no, I'll just take a Cobalt. Like, just to be a Cobalt. They're pretty similar. It's not like I have anything that I'm trying to fish for right now. It's just what if I get it? Please clarify. Cobalt gives a plus attack. The egg needs attack to do stuff. So assuming they just don't kill off your egg, which they probably won't, you can Cobalt. And it'll buff the egg. Well, it's a good thing we took a Cobalt. Good thing we took a cobalt. Oh, this is so bad. Wormguard is bad even if you have a dragon. Actually, Leper is not a card. Spellweaver is not a card. Okay. Okay, we're taking a Wormguard. This is awful. Absolutely awful, though. It's just a fair number of stats for this card if you have a dragon. Skeletal Sidekick, that's fine. It's the only card here. Nerubian. Yes, please. Gorillabot, it's fine. We need 2s. We're in desperate need of 2s. I mean, Acolyte of Death is something we need more. Again, no frost spells. I'm very glad I didn't take this frost spell stuff. I have too many 3s. I need 2s over 3s. I need to be drafting 2s. Just putting these 2 cards next to each other. Rhyme Sculptor or Anti-Magic Shell? No. I mean, Anti-Magic Shell has an insane win rate for no good reason. I still don't know how it does that. Like, it's a super high win rate, but it should be a super terrible win rate. And it's not super terrible. Seems like it's actually usable for some reason. I'm not going to try to figure out how to use it. We're going to just take Rhyme Sculptor. Nerubian Swarm Guard. That's not really a 4, though. That is not really a 4. We do not have enough Death Rattles to make this Undertaker work. Is it Phantom Militia? No, it can't be Phantom Militia. So slow. We'll do a Nerubian Swarm Guard. We're not really, like... it's not really getting us anywhere, and we don't need that many bodies. I guess it works with the Arms Dealer. Okay, that's a thing. We have too many 1-drops. I'm not taking Mistress of Mixtures. We're taking Bonebreaker. Coroner. That is the surprise card of the set. I do need actual 2s. I need a lot of actual 2s. The rest of this deck should just be 2-drops, really. Oh, we just talked about how we don't need 1-drops and how we need 2-drops. Oh, Howling Blast. Actually a good one. Glacial Advance, now nerfed. Oof. Oof, that nerfed Glacial Advance. Just got nerfed. Next spell was originally going to be -2. But you know what? It's fine. It's not like we have spells anyway, right? Do we even have spells? I feel like this deck has 0 spells. Oh, sorry, the Howling Blast that we just took. That is the only spell. Nerubian Vizier is going to get us a spell. We have 2 spells in this entire deck. We'll be fine. Oof. Are we desperate? We're kind of desperate. I think we're actually desperate enough to take a friendly Barkeeper here over a Silvermoon Sentinel. Yeah, we are. Or maybe Nerubian Swarm Guard. It's not really a 4-drop. This combo is not quite working out for us. I need 2 or 4. It can't be the Silvermoon Sentinel, even though it's the best card. Either Nerubian Swarm Guard or it's a Friendly Bartender. I need a better 2. Friendly Bartender doesn't cut it. Oh. Ikarian Bomber is the card, but I have way too many 3s. Fallen Sun Cleric isn't even good. Because it's not a 2. And we already have one. I'm taking an Embalmer. Guild Trader's tradable. We're going with Guild Trader. It is tradable. That means I can get rid of it. Egg. I don't actually have synergies for the egg. I have like one synergy for the egg. Two. I have a Cobalt Scalebane too. Oh. Guild Trader, I could just pay 1 mana and trade it away. I can forever trade it away. And it works really well with a Howling Blast. No, I'm taking a Guild Trader. We have no Lifesteal. We have no Wind Fury. It's just Divine Shield and Taunt. That's terrible. That's not a card. Oh, I need 2-drops so bad. We just don't have 2-drops. Bone Marrow or BGA? I think Bone Marrow is going to fit the deck a lot better. I don't know how big Game Hunter is these days, but can't imagine it's going to be better than a Bone Marrow. Okay, that's a card. And I have just like all Crocs from now on. I have 3 more cards. Just give me all Crocs and I'll be happy. Okay, that's a Croc. Also a Kooky Chemist, which I do need because I don't actually have 4-drops either. So Bartender or Kooky? We'll do a Kooky Chemist. It is an undead. We're not doing Battlegrounds Battlemaster. Icy Touch or Cobalt Scalebane? Not doing the Viper. I think Cobalt Scalebane is better. Yeah, I kind of need more, like a little more heft to it. I don't have like card draws or anything. Army of the Dead. I'd totally redo my last pick if I knew. I'll take a 1 mana one now. Alright, we don't have enough 2-drops. We should have gotten more 2-drops. We got 1 good card after taking the Yamajar Deathbringer from the 2 greens. The offering rates are so bad for 2 greens. Okay. Bless you. I mean, this is bad. This is bad. I don't know how Death Knight even has a 56% win rate. We must have gotten like just a really bad draft.
The Lich King versus.
Because there's not enough here to hold this thing together.
For Doomhammer, all will serve me in death.
Blame Legendheart? Okay, blame whoever you want, but this is bad. I haven't played Arena since Sunken City. What's it like? Death Knight is here, and Death Knight is doing a lot of stuff. So it was dominating. Now it's less dominating, but still pretty dominating.
All ends with death.
Fine.
This can't be good.
One Sunday get you after I'm done.
Please help me.
All ends with death.
That feels good.
I have nothing.
I have but little time.
Run for help.
I have nothing.
Finally, my ancestors are useful.
The streets are not safe.
Like, this deck just has nothing going for it. We're not building up to anything. We don't have any card draw. It's just going to exist until it dies.
More bones to gnaw on.
Another happy guilty.
The grave buys you no rest.
Weak-willed. Finally, my ancestors are useful.
It can make your opponent feel good about beating Death Knight, which is something. Fine. Guess that's something. Yes, that is something. Oh, I don't have enough corpses for this. Great.
Awaken! Rise and serve your king.
Great. Well, that was terrible.
Warriors of the frozen wastes.
The streets are not safe.
Did that just...
We are going to lose real bad. Like we expected to. Like we thought we were gonna lose, and like really badly, and we're going to. And there's just not much you can do about it. That's actually not that great for him. Like 6 mana for that. Well, unless what's the death rattle? Oh, never mind. I take that back. I didn't know that was what the death rattle was. Yeah. Feels like we're losing.
The more you struggle, the better.
I have but little time.
There's just nothing I can do about this. Like, I have to get rid of the 8-2. Nothing I put out is going to be better than that. That was my only card that could have gotten me out of this, and it didn't get it. I've used my other good cards. Drawing a card doesn't do anything. My deck sucks.
There is little time.
Like, my deck can't do anything. Like, setting aside the fact that it doesn't have enough 2-drops to function as a deck, it also can't do anything. Its power level is absurdly low.
Reach for the skies!
Like, we don't have even random generation to get us potentially out of it. We have nothing.
I've got exotic wares and funnel cakes.
One thumb to get you after I'm done. Intruder! One thumb to get you after I'm done.
Even if I put an Acolyte of Death out, it's just
King's
gonna
on
die
effect.
immediately.
All life must end.
This deck has no outs. It has no outs, and it has no 2-drops to push. It's entirely possible we go 0-3 with this deck. Like, Death Knights are terrible.
The Lich King versus Malfurion.
I must protect the wild. All will serve me in death.
Like, at absolute best, we are pretty much a neutral deck. With, like, 1 or 2 tricks up our sleeves. Which every class will have more than 1 or 2 tricks. That's at absolute best draw. Otherwise, we don't get a 2-drop and our whole deck falls apart.
If I got in, I can get out. Got something to hide?
Like, we have nothing but tempo, and we don't have good tempo. We have bad tempo. We don't even have, like, 4-drops. It's not just lack of 2-drops. We have lack of 2-drops, lack of 4-drops. We have no value in this deck. 1 card draw, like Nerubian. Okay, if he keeps doing that, we might be able to win.
Show me!
But he has to keep doing nothing. Because our deck can put cards on the board. Like normal cards.
I have things you never knew you wanted. Another happy guildie.
The streets are not safe!
Show me!
He continues to do nothing. Oh my god, he continues to do nothing.
The more you struggle, the better.
Do I just take Army of the Dead? Or do I take Frost Strike?
Calls.
Let's do Frost Strike. Let's push what we have.
What little time.
Show me!
Set up with 6, then Frostworm, and then Coroner with other stuff. Oh. What? Can he afford to do this? I mean, he's done nothing for so many turns, and we haven't definitively won the game yet. Which is very sad for us. He's just doing nothing again. Okay, like, we're not going to go... Oh, come on! Don't care.
Evacuate!
Don't care. This is also not counting as a dragon. In hand at least. This Wormguard will just not get played. It's fine. We don't need it. We'll win the game without it. We have a Coroner. We have a Frostworm's Fury.
Frostmourne hungers.
I'm 1 damage off lethal.
Do you have an audience with the king?
I can win on the board.
Did that just Frostmourne hungers for the wars to come.
Lion's Guard is so triggering? Why? I've lost to it very few times that I remember. The trick is just to not remember. If you don't remember, you don't get triggered. Punishes you for winning? Yeah, exactly. You just can't remember those things because they don't help, right? Like, what are you gonna do? Not hit him to the face? No, of course you're gonna hit him to the face. It's still the right move to hit him to the face. So by remembering that this card exists, you only give yourself the potential to misplay, and you make yourself feel a lot worse.
I will crush your
don't remember.
defiance as I crushed your city.
I wonder if I should just, like, not Arms Dealer on turn 1. Like, if I should have just thrown this card back rather than play it as a 1-drop. Because I do have really good combos with it, with 2 Nerubian Storm Guards. But then I wouldn't be able to do this, right? Where if he doesn't kill it this turn, which he probably won't, I'll get a buff, and then I have a 1-drop anyway. And then this one, I can give that one, like, undead. Like, there's a lot of good things that can happen, right? If he doesn't respond. Alright, okay, good. He has to take a 2-drop to respond. That works.
Please help me!
Oh, I can just silence that. That is not worth me just silencing.
Please help me! Good!
The more you struggle, the better.
Nor does I do anything here. I'm just glad we didn't go 0-3. This deck isn't going anywhere. Like, it's not going to get more than 5 wins at most. It's just thing you do about a deck like this. Oh, of course! Of course you buff that one.
What is it?
King's on a friend.
Damn it. All these suck.
I have but little time.
One thumb to get you after I'm done.
Run for help! That feels
Potions, flasks, BOE, I got it all.
Wow.
Did that just move?
Run for help!
Join the spirits.
Okay. Punch it now. Kill him fast, he has too many cards. It's not about how many cards he has, how fast you kill, it's about how many cards you have. And we have one more card left, so we do have to kill him fast. But remember, it's not about how many cards he has, it's about how many cards you have. Because if we keep having enough cards to use our mana, it's not that important to kill him fast.
The streets are not safe.
Shall suffer.
Join the spirits.
Down to the lethal. GG's.
My
Alright. Once again, Hunter's being slow. Bad. He can be a little slow. He can't be that slow. He went for his combo, he got his combo, but what did his combo really do, right? It gave him 1 extra damage. Sort of. He used it on a minion. It's not even an extra damage. It gave him like 4 extra cards than what he should have gotten. Like, they don't matter. Alright. For 2-1. Again, there's no way this deck goes more than 5 turns. It is a very bad deck. I haven't drafted any Death Knights since they did the latest patch. Not the latest patch even, but the one from last week, the one that got rid of Malignant Horror. Are they all like this? Does anybody in chat play a lot of Arena? Because, like, this is a terrible deck.
The storm is in me.
They juiced the Malignant? No, they banned Malignant. Malignant is not draftable.
This can't be good.
That was the change last week. That's why I'm playing again. So, after they banned it, what's Death Knight like? Its win rate is still 56.4%, which should indicate it's still pretty damn good. But this is terrible.
Please help me. That feels good.
I think Death Knight is winning with blood now. Okay. Well, we were not lucky enough to get blood in our first 10 cards before we locked ourselves in. Just gonna hang out. Are Rhyme Elementals undead? By the way, guys? I don't think so, right? Rhyme Elementals are not undead.
All ends with death.
Let's see. It's actually a pretty good counter. Okay.
And close enough.
The sun has set for me.
Should have done that first before I hero powered. And then I could have brittle skin zombie if it missed.
My rule is eternal.
Finally, my ancestors are healthy.
So I gave up a 50-50 there that would have gotten me 2 more damage. And potentially the cookie out if I wanted to use it, which I may not have. And I have 1 more damage on the board. Still, it all matters. The problem is I have to push him right now, but he's a shaman. There's like a 0% chance he doesn't have a heal somewhere in there. And whenever he heals, I'm going to run out of cards. So I don't really know how we can possibly win this game.
There is little time.
If I got in, I can get out. It's boom o'clock!
Cool.
The streets are not safe! The streets are not safe!
Alright. That worked out a lot better.
You win this one.
Yeah, okay. It's always possible that your opponent has even worse than nothing. Like, that's how we beat the last guy too, right? Like, the druid, he just didn't do anything. He just hero powered and drew cards. And then the hunter just drew cards and, like, played really slow. It's not how I want to win, but I'll take it.
The Lich
With a
King
deck like this, I will take any win I can get.
You asked for it.
The past is dead.
I had a 1/3/3, and I really didn't want to give that up, even though this card is way better if I just save it. I was wondering about it last time, whether I should save it. Like, I think I should, but my main strategy of how to win games with this deck is still to push my opponent, assuming I don't fall into a hole in the 2-drop, which as a coin you wouldn't get.
Hello.
I grant you permission to speak.
Oh, this is Battle Cry. Still. 1 mana 1/2 is a 1 mana 1/2. Oh, you couldn't have had this card earlier. Could not have had the Bonebreaker earlier. I have a 1/2 on the board instead of a Bonebreaker.
The streets are not safe!
Go for it. Use it up. Use it up.
Finally, my ancestors are useful.
And close
One
enough.
more death can't hurt.
I have but little time. Your
Okay. For the hero power, I have lethal next turn.
Shaping up nicely.
I'm ready to be just like you.
You are prepared for the wars to come.
GG. Mage can't heal. Yup. That is why we push. Battlecry card, spend mana. Okay. 4-1. I don't know how this deck is 4-1, but I will say that we have not had a problem hitting our 2 yet. We've always gotten a 2-drop or we've had the coin. And considering we only have 3 2-drops, that should almost never happen. That should happen like, what, half the time? So we've just been being really lucky. Yeah, if we hard roll for it, that should happen like half the time with 3 2s.
The Lich King versus Throne.
Fear the coming.
Yeah, see, we got it again.
All will
Got it
serve
again.
me in death.
1, 2, 3. It's extremely unlucky in this deck, and we've had a 1, 2, 3 start every time we haven't had a coin. Not that we can do anything with a foul egg yet, but I don't really care. Get it out here. We'll be able to do something with it at some point. We have like 3 or 4 cards in the deck that can mess with it.
That didn't go as...
Got something to hide?
The streets are not
Show
safe.
me!
Spooky Chemist can just kill the foul egg, by the way. So that is something we can do with it.
Inside voices, please.
Okay. If I give it Reborn, will it get its death rattle back? I think it will.
Calls.
So I have a better target. I have better targets for it.
Delicious.
Evacuate!
Show me!
Let's just keep forcing him to have things.
May your feet never prime.
My rule is eternal.
One Sunday get you after I'm done.
Show me!
Have another dose.
Another happy guildie.
Finally,
Join the spirits.
my ancestors are
He top decked that. That was not planned. He top decked it.
All's well that sun wells.
already attacked.
This is all I've got. Again, if he heals, I can't do anything. I hate facing shamans. They heal at the end, and then you can't do anything, and then you lose. He's already healed twice, by the way. I've already killed him, in case anyone's keeping track of the life. But he healed a lot. But at least these heals so far have come at the cost of being able to get extra tempo.
I have things you never knew you wanted.
Can we win? Nope. Maybe. Nope. We cannot win.
As the witch commands.
This can't be good.
I see insanity.
Yes. Did he just devolve before he killed my taunt guys? Those are 4 mana each. Or maybe 3 mana each. Like, he knows he had that one, right? Or he probably had that one, depending on RNG. Oh, just decided to lose. So we've basically been gifted. One guy clearly didn't know what he was doing at all. And the other 4 people, or like that guy just threw. And the other 3 played extremely absurdly slow.
The Lich King versus the Lich King.
We should not be 5-1. We should be 5-3. You may end up 5-3 still.
There can only be one true king.
I'm not gonna do the one thing again.
What is it?
Great. Can we please top deck a 2-drop? We won't. We are already more than 1 tempo behind.
Our gift of the arcane enlightens
On the
us.
bright side, they nerfed Astalor. Like, it could have been worse.
The sun has set for me.
A willing donor.
My rule is eternal.
How?
My rule is eternal.
King's honor, friend.
Delicious spider ichor.
Glacial nerf? Uh-huh. Yeah. Very glacial nerf.
The dark path is my destiny.
exotic wares and funnel cakes.
Rise and serve your king. I have but little time.
Strike!
You
Then
are
strike
prepared
harder.
for the wars to come.
Oh, GG. So that's about right. He played 2 giant legendaries and had a smooth thing all throughout. We didn't even see the second body of Astalor. Like, all we saw of Astalor was that it was a 2-mana 2/2, and he still won. Like, those are the decks you expect. Not our deck. Our deck is a deck you expect, like, at 0-2. Or, like, 1-2. Trying to claw your way into 3 wins.
The Lich King versus the
More
Lich
Death Knights.
King.
Like, we're such a terrible Death Knight deck. We're, like, not even a Death Knight.
There can only be
A neutral
one
deck would be better than our
true
deck.
king.
Like a purely neutral deck with a random hero power. It's possible that he gets mana screwed too. And then we have a game, but I think we're just gonna lose. And it's fine. This is supposed to happen like half the time, by the way, when we're going first. It has never happened to us. This is the first game where it happens to us. And we are going to lose. So 5, 6, 7, 8 out of 8 games. Yeah, that's still beating the odds to only happen once. It should happen to us twice. 2 of our losses should be purely because... Oh, and he's mana screwed too. Right? Did I get a 3 that's not this?
This
Can't...
good.
I can't just lose a 3-3. But how different would it have been if I was able to play this first? He still has a coin. You have Acolyte and Ruby Guard combo. Oh, that combo. That amazing combo that we used like 0 times. I wonder if he thinks we're building up to something. Because we're very much not.
I have but little time.
Cool. Cool.
Finally, my ancestors are useful.
Ugh. Oh, the freaking order on that thing. I should have played it first. I should have used the hero power first. No, that's annoying. Oh, okay. I mean, I guess it didn't matter. What did I lose from my hand? Oh, okay. It's fine. Not really pushing. I would like to push, but That's just not what's happening.
The streets are not safe.
The grave buys you no rest. Lost son.
Don't kill it, please. Don't asphyxiate. Asphyxiate. Yep. I'm okay with that result. I am very okay with that result. Super duper okay. Because I win.
All repent. All life must end.
You went for it. Alright, we got 6 wins. This is one higher than I expected to be able to get. And we're gonna see if we can hit 7. Highly doubt it. But you saw how we won that one, right? He also did nothing. He did nothing, in fact, for 3 turns. His turns 1, 2, and 3 were nothing. Our turns 1 and 2 were nothing.
The Lich King.
I don't know why people still play like that.
For Doomhammer.
All of our wins are because our opponent were playing like that.
Me in death.
Do I want the tempo? I think I do want the tempo. Yeah, I think I do want the tempo. Going on dead here.
Reach for the skies.
Did that just...
Arms up.
We have played a 1 mana 1/2 and a 2 mana 2/2.
One thumb to get you off the island.
Reach for the skies.
That was a mistake.
Uh-huh.
Join the spirits.
Uh-huh.
Arms up. Delicious spider ichor.
The sun has set for me.
Thought about going face, but it's too vulnerable. This is the way.
Immortality.
Balance in all
That's desperate. Don't discover it. Don't get it. Because we could lose right here if you get it.
Now littering.
Oh, we out-tempoed that. We out-tempoed that. Slow Shaman? Yeah, see, everyone keeps going slow. Shaman can get the life back, but they still have to take over the board first. Like, even if he just gets the life back, it doesn't matter if we still continue to hold the entire tempo of the board. We still had a couple turns left on that. Alright, we hit 7. Maybe, because Death Knights tend to be more aggro and less card advantage because of how they adjusted the odds on it, maybe Death Knight win rate is just being uplifted by the fact that Death Knights are kind of forced to go more aggressive. And people are bad at this game. Like, everyone's playing, like, slow mid-range. Or control and, like, wait for Astalor or whatever. And Death Knights kind of push you to play the game the right way.
King.
I mean, but if that's the case, Demon Hunter should have a high win rate too, and it kind of doesn't.
There can only be one true king.
Yeah, Demon Hunter's not doing so hot. None of you.
Death calls. I have but little time.
This can't be good.
He wants to do something, right? He does not want a hero power. I want him to hero power. Yeah.
I have but little time.
Please help me.
And it
Please help me.
We're just gonna go full tempo here. He has 2 targets he wants to take care of. I don't really care which one he does. Because you have to break the spider anyway, even if you do the other move. The other move being Bone Breaker, and then buff the 5-2. Then you get a 1-2 and a 4-2, and you get your Bone Breaker out. And next turn, you use that and you get 1 buff. Josh Rivers, thanks for the sub. Got goat. So unfortunately, it always looks like that this turn. So whichever way I would have played it, I would have had an empty turn on turn 3 and being able to play 1 3-drop. And it would have died this turn. So I lose this game no matter what. There was no way I could have played that in which I don't lose the game. And, like, he has to actually skip a turn for, okay, or skip a half turn is fine. Do this and hero power my face. We're not screwed if that happens. Okay. We just need to top deck some stuff to play, not this crap. But okay.
King's honor, friend.
Nice druid board. So he's had some weak plays. We're out of cards and stuff to do. But he has also made some weak plays. Let's just see if he has a good card. If he has bad cards like us, I don't know what he's doing at 7-2, but we're at 7-2, so who knows. But if he has bad cards like us, we still have a chance. If he has just one good card, and we don't like top deck our Vizier or something, then we're done.
I have but little time.
The sun has set for me.
Howling Blast too good? Yeah. I really wanted a cookie. Because that actually puts pressure on the board. But I lose too much stuff, and I'm worried about card advantage stuff. So now I'm trying to win on card advantage, which is not how this deck wins. And he has 2 cards he's been holding for a while, so we may not be able to do that. So we'll see what happens.
Wanna blow something up?
No, that's good. Yeah.
You serve well.
That is all fine by me.
As the witch commands.
Shall suffer.
Cookie, cookie, cookie.
Breathe it in.
Oh, that is. Very desperate of him. Oh, okay.
What is it?
Well, on the bright side, he's kind of out of options.
My rule is eternal.
Delicious spider ichor.
Got something to hide?
So I could save the cookie, or I can not save the cookie. Alright. Should have traded. Got a little greedy, but that's fine. I deal 4 damage regardless.
The sun has set for me. Show me.
Hey, don't lose now. Not lose now. No! Oh, that top deck.
My rule is eternal.
Okay, let's try to get a card advantage.
Strictly need to know.
The more you struggle, the better.
My rule is eternal.
Finally, my answer.
Conquer in my name.
Okay. Grave Strength gives you lethal next turn. It does not, if you can remove. If you can't remove, we don't need Grave Strength to give us lethal. Actually, we do. It does provide 1 extra damage compared to not. Because you could throw the 2-2 in and you're on down. But it still depends on if you could draw a removal or not. If he draws a removal, we can put him down to 1. Still very good. Still the right play. Okay. 8 wins. Yeah, I'm starting to think people just suck. And like decks are super slow and they probably don't curve out, or if they do curve out, or if they have the potential to curve out, people aren't making tempo plays. And that's why Death Knights can still do well. Because Death Knights are almost always forced to make either initial tempo plays or combo-y swing the board in the early mid-game tempo plays. Like, we're not a fast deck by any stretch of the imagination, but We almost always win by being faster than our opponents. Which is very, very sad. Because we're not fast and our combos don't do much.
The Lich
Alright,
King.
we're against a priest, we can lose now. We're against an A2 priest.
Will serve me.
Oh, this Acolyte of Death has basically never shown up, by the way. 2-drop. Okay, one more chance for 2-drop. 2-drop.
The pistol shall decide your fate.
Oh, okay, that works. I could hero power now. And I got a 2-drop. Wow.
Got something to hide?
Got a hero powered. And I got a 2-drop. Very good.
You are the Shadow's puppet.
Yeah, that works.
Show me.
The more you struggle, the better. Your soul is mine.
Okay, that's all fine.
You shall suffer.
Sunday get you off the mountain.
For some reason, I thought that would come back as a 1-3. I don't know why I thought that.
Show these mortals your true forms.
Great. Cool. Cool.
Another happy guildie.
And serve your king.
Cool. Let's hope for the best. Get only totally useless stuff. Okay, he has 2 of them, so we had no chance.
Join the spirit.
GG. We got 8 wins. This is much more than we thought we'd be able to get. Wait, what? Oh, he has a lot of spells. Holy shit, what is this deck? How does he have so many spells? Like, how do you even have that many spells in your deck? He's already used a ton of spells, too. Good ones. Flip your 3/11 taunt and smork. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Everything is going to be, what do you call it? Destroyed. He has that many spells. You don't think one of them is like removal? I mean, we don't have another option, but might have more. His hand was full. Yeah.
Delicious spider join the spirit.
Let's go! You have nothing. All of your spells are just summon minions. There was no way to win this otherwise. I could have gotten rid of the 418, but it's not like I'm gonna win a conventional. Like, there's the death. There is the death. Like, the other way is we try to win a conventional battle, but then whatever we bone marrow is going to get death anyway, and we're gonna lose anyway. Oh, good. Getting rid of the silence. That's gonna be useful for our bone marrow. Hey, do we win? I think we win.
You are prepared for the wars to come.
Another no!
Join the spirits.
We won! People being so freaking slow. Okay? His whole entire deck. He had 2 Holy Novas. He could not have drawn more perfectly. And he still couldn't hang on to, like, fully flip the board. And we are, again, once again, we are not a fast deck. That was a very, 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 very slow deck. And we did not, like, draw super well or, like, do super crazy things. We did very, very slow things. Okay, we spent 7 mana, got 11 damage the next turn. And then he spent 2 mana to remove that. Like, we effectively spotted him 5 mana to get a delayed 11 damage. In a non-lethal fashion. Alright, 9-2. Decks are just too slow right now. Like, the decks in this meta. Priest Drafter is slow. He also didn't have taunts. That was really his problem. He had heals, he had removals, but he didn't have taunts. So, and he didn't have tempo. I mean, his tempo was fine, actually. Our tempo was fine, too. He didn't have, like, extra tempo. He had a normal amount of on-curve tempo. That's what you find, right? People either have below on-curve tempo, or they have normal on-curve tempo. No one has, like, better than on-curve tempo. Which is crazy. Because of all the cards that exist in this meta, it's so easy to get better than on-curve tempo. Like, we don't have better than on-curve tempo either. That's why our deck sucks.
Lich King versus Gul'dan.
I will reclaim my glory. All will serve me in death.
A little too optimistic that I could coin out a 2-drop and then have it be okay. Because if it isn't, we lose. Right.
Grab your shield. It's a riot.
Yeah, okay, that would have worked.
Mind if I roll need?
Stop yelling!
Okay. Turn 7 play. We have a turn 7 combo. We just gotta get there. Easier said than done.
One more death can't hurt.
Yeah, that works. You just use that on a 3-drop. I am pretty cool with that.
Reach for the skies.
Whoa.
The more you struggle, the better.
Don't do it. Oh. Interesting. He spent 4 mana to kill my turn.
My rule is eternal.
Yeah, okay. That works.
The streets are not safe. The streets are not safe.
Got something to hide?
Potions, flasks, BOE, I got it all.
Alright, let's see what he's got. I made my move.
Do you have an audience with the king?
Welcome here. The more you struggle, the better. Death calls.
Evacuate!
One Sunday get you after I'm done.
Show me! No, you can't roll me!
One Sunday get you after I'm done.
Go away! Out of
Mistakes are risky.
You win this time.
Alright. Guild Trader MVP. One time. This is the one time it got the combo off. But we picked it because the other times we can still do something with it. I can't believe this deck is 10 wins. I can't believe this is 10 wins. Hero Power before Vizier was free. Hero Power before Vizier is only free if you throw the Hero Power in first and have it die. And then that depends, right? Like, you don't know which one you're hitting or what. I'm not saying it's not, like, the right play, but we didn't have, like, a good target for the Hero Power. So, it's entirely possible that we take the spell and then we don't play it this turn, right? And then you would anti-tempo yourself by using the Hero Power first. So we were in such a good position that you really just, you didn't want to potentially anti-tempo yourself in any way. Alright, 10-2. Brandy, Death Knight cards may just be better, but not this deck. If you are looking at this deck, you will know that we have a significantly worse deck than every single person we faced in the last, I don't know, 6 matches. Like, our deck is trash. This is a very bad deck. This is a below average deck for, I don't know, like Warrior. Much less Death Knight. I assume. I don't know. This is the first Death Knight I've drafted since they got rid of Malignant Horror. You don't think Swarmguard is an S tier card? Oh my.
The Lich King
So bad.
versus the Lich King.
We're facing this guy again.
All will serve me in death.
We are facing the same guy
There can
again.
only be one.
I guess no one's playing the arena.
king.
What did the last guy have? We're just facing the same person again.
Grant you permission to speak.
Reach for the skies. Breathe it in.
Got something to hide?
No one? Because my memory's trash. I don't know what he played. But it'd be good to know what his cards are.
The streets are not
Show
safe.
me!
A stranger will offer you aid.
Evacuate! Show me!
You can check the last match in Deck Tracker. Thanks, Elliot.
Who's on a friend?
I can't multitask well enough for that. But yes, they did have this card. That was a card that they had.
Show me!
The more you struggle, the better.
A willing donor.
It's all in your head.
Did that just move?
More to be wild, strictly need to know.
Get off of me.
Okay. Bone Mare, we have Army of the Dead. We're playing a card advantage game because we pretty much won on card advantage last time. But if he has like an Astalor or something, right, that would be a pretty terrible fall by us. But overall, it should be fine. I don't need to Army of the Dead this. Army cleans? No. We have better uses for army. We're setting up the bone mare right now. Because remember, we're trying to win on card advantage. We're not pushing or anything. We want maximum value out of our cards. From what I remember of that game, it didn't seem like he had a lot of card draw. And he's a Death Knight, so even if we didn't know that, I don't think he has a lot of card draw. And we got almost all of our big cards first, right? So, we still have Acolyte of Death in the deck. Like, I wanna play in a secure manner. I don't care what kind of attack he buffs, because we have Army of the Dead.
Someone called.
Okay. Really? Well...
The streets are not safe.
You can always do this. Good. And this is when you want to play Army of the Dead.
Rise and serve your king.
He makes his move, Army of the Dead is reactive, you make your move, you lock up the board, you're good. He's playing top decks. If you play it early, he still can make his moves, and then he's reacting to you, and it gets a little more dicey, right? Because the person reacting is the person that wins the first time right now. And if we're playing card advantage, we don't need to be aggressive, right? We've been aggressive this entire time, but in that last match against him, we realized that we were actually winning on card advantage towards the end. And we ended up defeating him. So here, hunker down in, like, kind of safe, right? Thinking, like, my deck, I don't know, maybe he has a giant legendary that'll change everything. He just didn't draw last game, he didn't draw this game, but odds of that are significantly lower. Alright. 11 wins. So we are back-to-back on YouTube videos now. Hello, YouTube. This is a Death Knight. I think this is our first Death Knight. Yeah, I think this is our first Death Knight. We didn't get a lot of Death Knights in the early going when Death Knight was super powerful, and the ones that we did, it didn't even do that well. So I think this will be our first Death Knight video on YouTube. So hello YouTube, this is the super nerfed Death Knight. I don't know what I'll say about it. It's this is post horror nerf. This is a bad deck. Like, I know it's like less and less convincing when I keep saying this is a bad deck and this deck keeps winning, but you guys see what our opponents are doing, right? Like, besides that one. That last opponent, we kind of flipped the script on them, right? And we got lucky both times in that we got our Vizier, and our Vizier, like, carried. And they didn't seem to have a... Like, really, well, that's why, when I was thinking back to what that guy had from the game before, I was drawing a blank, and you guys are drawing a blank too, because he didn't actually have any super good cards, right? Like, maybe his deck doesn't have holes like our deck has, but it did not seem like a super good deck. That's why by the end of that match, we were winning in, like, various different ways. So, yeah, we just did the same thing there. But besides that match, almost every other match, you see what happens. It's just our opponents playing slow. We're not playing fast. We're not, like, out to get our opponents. If we were playing fast, actually, we probably would have lost that game against the Priest because he had 2 Holy Novas. But we're just playing normal mid-range, right? And we've been getting lucky in that we've been hitting our 2-drops the vast majority of times, and we shouldn't in this deck when going first. But besides that, we're really not doing much. We're really doing very normal, basic stuff. Not even normal, basic Death Knight stuff, but, like, this deck is a subpar deck for any class, except maybe Paladin because they got nerfed so hard. So this is kind of also what I mean when I said on the podcast that the meta is actually okay right now. after they got rid of Malignant Horror. Because yes, you see how many Death Knights we face, right? Death Knights still clearly have some kind of win percentage bonus. But between the last Hunter run and now this Death Knight run, you also see how you can beat your opponents. You can beat your opponents by just playing a normal mid-range game. Like, will they all end up in 11-12 wins? No, of course not. We're getting lucky here. But how many metas in the past would this deck, even if you got lucky, have no shot at getting 10 wins? No shot at all. Like, less than 1% shot at getting 10 wins. I would say that's almost every single meta for the last 2 years. You would have no shot with a below average deck of overall, not just Death Knight, just below average deck, of getting 10 wins or above. No shot. And in this meta, you do have a shot. You have like a not super terrible shot, as we've seen. Partly because I think people are just super misplaying this meta, and partly because the meta just doesn't have a ton of good cards. Like, it's a wild meta, and they have nerfed down Death Knights pretty hard. And they've nerfed down Paladins. So, it's a pretty low power meta overall. When it spikes, it's obviously insane. Like that guy with the Death Knight that hit everything, had 2 legendaries. Like, whatever, right? But, overall, this is a pretty playable meta. Even though Death Knights are still over 56% win rate, which is an absurdly high win rate. No shot this deck gets through Malignant? Yes. There is no shot this deck gets through Malignant. But Malignant's not in the game right now. You would have to have an old deck to have Malignant. Like, who knows? Maybe this guy has an old deck. And we're about to, like, get crushed.
In death, there can only be one true king.
Or, you know, maybe our deck catches up with us. Oh, that's actually pretty fine. Yeah, Shijikan says we lost at 5-1 to a duel with Astalor and Brightfang. Yup, and other stuff in the first 5 turns too. Like, not legendaries, but super good cards. Every deck since then has been very average. Yup.
You shall suffer.
Very average. Don't have stuff.
Go.
That's fine. That's not stuff.
And defile these lands.
This can't be good.
Hungers.
We are playing a very silly game right now.
Destiny calls to you.
Oh shit. That was a really good top deck for him. Really good top deck.
The sun has set for me. I can be very persuasive.
Ugh.
The streets are not safe.
Did that just move?
It's okay, Swarm Guard will save us? No, it will not. We have to go tempo, because he's been going very tempo, and I'm afraid I'm going to die. But we don't have that much card advantage anymore. We need to top deck this Nerubian Vizier, and he needs to not have a lot of stuff. Like, he started out super tempo. We've been holding him off well, but we've been losing a lot. Like, you see the card advantage differential, right? And the only way we win is by card advantage now. And we don't have good cards. So we need him to have bad cards, too. World. Don't have it.
As the witch commands.
Don't have anything. Especially not it. He has it.
Just...
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, his whole goal is to kill me. So we played this right. It's just not enough. Yeah, like we're going to lose. We need Vizier right now. Oh crap. We got Vizier.
The more you struggle, the better.
We're going to lose if we asphyxiate. Is there anything Defrost can do? Yeah, Defrost can do something. Nope.
You are I have but little time.
Well, we played that right, but we didn't get our... I mean, we almost lucked out, right? Like, we got one of the good ones from Vizier. We could have held him off, and then that might get us to victory, because he's running out of steam. Still, 11 wins with this deck. Not bad at all. Again, this deck is bad. This is not like a not good deck, right? This is not like oh, it's just average or it's just okay. This is a bad deck. None of the games that I played has changed my mind about how bad this deck is. We were trying to get to 5 wins. That was a victory, and we got 11. Mostly because our opponents were just handing games to us. Like, to whatever extent they had good cards, they were really late and they didn't get played. Like, you see it, right? Anybody can beat us. That last deck, like, all it did was try to tempo us. It tempoed us pretty effectively, but it wasn't like he was doing super ridiculous things. He just did, like, somewhat ridiculous things, and that's enough to totally overrun us, right? We had to, like, be super lucky to try the top deck stuff in order to win, and we didn't play that wrong at all. We were, like, kind of aware of what he was doing. And then there was one deck that actually overran us by, like, actually having a really good Death Knight deck. And one of the losses, I don't even know what one of the losses was. We probably just didn't make it. But our wins were all just playing mid-range, and then that made us aggro relative to the opponent.